an awesome session we have lined up for you today. Tell us all about it, Sam. What is it? I'm excited. This is one of my passions, isn't it?
So today is 2 keys to boosting your inner confidence.
I know, because your inner confidence is like your outer confidence. Your inner and your outer worlds are the same, but they're not the same. So we've got to do some work on how we can boost your inner confidence. And I wanted to start today with a quote from Mel Robbins, because she's like one of my favorite fans. No, I'm one of her favorite fans. Okay, there is only one you, and there will never be another one. It's your superpower. What? That's right, it's your superpower. So we want to teach you today how you can boost your inner confidence so that you can show up with external confidence. Just like me today, wearing beautiful lime green.
I know, doesn't she look fantastic?
Green. This is like my new, I think I'm just going, this is going to be like my podcast talk. It's going to be like, bring on that inner bitch. Bring her on with full of confidence. So I've been coaching for a few years now, as most of you know. And one of the biggest things that I guess I've learned is not only from, well, it's both for me and it's for my clients, is that inner confidence is the key to everything. It's like right up there with mindset.
It is. Well, it's probably the most important part of it all.
Yeah.
Because you can have all the right thoughts in your head, but if you don't have the confidence to take action, it doesn't work.
What happens?
Nothing.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. And so you're going to have to do a little bit of work, but we're going to give you some strategies today that are going to help you with that. So there's all kinds of strategies, ways of thinking, patterns of behavior, and, you know, practical tips for improving your life and feeling so much better about yourself. But they're all redundant if the foundation isn't there. Now, let that land for you. So that means that if you're not going to execute or you're not going to do anything, then nothing's going to change. So that foundation is the real you, like the inner you. And I guess it comes down to, who do you feel you are at your soul and your being? So the trick to that is, the trick to your confidence is it brings out really who you truly are, not who everyone else expects you to be, not who your parents expect you to be, not who you expect the school teachers to be, but actually at your inner core, who are you? And there are 2 keys to inner confidence that we just took a few notes on today, so that Ursh didn't, you know, get distracted by those little sparkly things. And I want to start, I guess, with values.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
this is the important one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like your values are probably the most important part of everything. Of everything. And Ursh is extremely passionate about values. So I'm going to let you go on, because this is your fun baby.
I'm just going to show you, like, look, that I have my values on my mouse pad. Like, values are everything. And I don't make any apology for that, because if you're not aligned with what's really important for you, and you are not aligned with your values, and there is a mismatch, oh boy, there is a lot of internal conflict that presents itself as internal conflict. And how that may present itself is you are being more reactive, you have resistance, you're vomiting all over people, I guess is another way of saying it. You're not living true to what is important for you. And when we're not doing that, we're showing up being a person that we're not proud of. We're showing up being a person that we don't actually like. So your values,
I guess you could say it's hard to be confident if you don't like who you're being.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you're not living your true values, and so you're not happy with the way you're living because it's not true to you, it's impossible to be confident, truly confident, because you're faking, you're living a fake life rather than your true authentic life.
Yeah. And I guess your values are the foundation and the cornerstones for you. And that's really important to understand. A value is something that's in yourself, it's in others or in the world that's most important to you. So people often, and I do on one of my coaching, I guess, one of my, not classes, I have run a class on it, but in one-on-one, I do a thing called a values elicitation. And what we do is we sit down and we figure out what's important for you and how does that make you feel. And I have a question for you. Like, what do you wear? What type of phone do you have? Like, I want you to look around where you are right now. And if you're out walking, obviously that's not going to work, but like, look in your car. Like, what type of car do you have? What kind of TV do you have? What kind of watch do you have? What kind of jewelry do you have? What kind of hairstyle do you have? What kind of colors do you wear? And when I look around my office right now, I value values, because like values is like living my best life on my iPad. I am courageous. I have a big massive poster here that says I'm unique, I'm bold, I'm sensuous, I'm resilient, and it's a beautiful poster with all of these things that I am. I have my goals on my wall. I have quotes up on my wall there. I have my habit tracker up here. I have my Eat the Frog calendar that I write down every day, and then I have my other calendar that I put crosses on for my 10,000 steps. So accountability is important for me. I have an Apple Watch. Sam has an Apple Watch. I wear a wedding ring. Sometimes I wear necklaces, sometimes I don't wear necklaces. I'm sitting here right now with my celery juice, like my green celery juice. I also have a water bottle. I also have my angel cards. So today's one is Imagine, Focus, and Manifest. So I also have my goldfish bowl for the month. Like, that's right in front of me. So knowing what I'm surrounding myself with right now, it's a pretty good indication on what I'm currently valuing. And where you are in your life right now dictates exactly what you're valuing. So I'm going to encourage you to think about what are the things that you're valuing, and look at your health. Are you valuing your health? Do you have a personal trainer? Do you go to the gym? Are you focused on strength training? Are you trying new classes? Do you train outside? Like, are you doing food prep? Do you even have food in the house? Are you having processed food? Do you eat takeout? Are you sleeping 7-8 hours a night? Like, look at your health. What are you valuing when it comes to your health? What are you valuing when it comes to your mental and emotional well-being? Are you doing meditation, journaling? Are you this morning I was at the beach grounding with the dog. I'm making Dax ground. I'm like, come on, Baba, let's go and ground in the, yeah. It's great for your health.
The earth is like a healing. This is something I only just really captured and learned about a week ago, that the earth has a healing vibration. And we spend so much time walking in shoes and being on concrete and not connecting to the earth. So as you know, Dax isn't well. So our value is very aligned with keeping him healthy and living his best life. And we value that. It's really important to us. So being able to take him to the beach and to the park every day so he can connect with the earth, and the earth has healing vibrations, is going to help heal him, or at least give him a better quality of life for longer, so we get to spend more time with him.
So he's less anxious and he's more relaxed and more calm.
Yeah.
So what are you valuing in areas of your life, in your finances? Are you currently budgeting and living day to day, week to week? And, are you valuing money? Do your values in relation to money, or in relation to relationships, or in relation to mental and emotional well-being, in relation to your family, like, and your health and well-being? Do they need to be up-leveled? Like, level them up, like, and realize what's going to work for you. Like, what is it that you're currently valuing? How are you doing that? So how are you living your values? So one of the questions that I like to journal is, these are my values. And the first one, trust and believe. Like, I trust and believe that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I trust and believe that the universe has my back. I trust and believe that I'm creating endless opportunities with magnificent people every single moment of every single day. Like, I trust and believe that in my core. Now, when I'm starting to live in doubt and in fear, right, there's a mismatch in my values. And that creates a bullet, like it's a bullet, a dent in my coat of armor, which is my confidence. Like, I'm denting my confidence because I'm self-doubting myself. I'm no longer aligning with my trust and believe value, which means my confidence is taking a hit. So if you're not clear on your values, think about what's important to you, write them down, or just give me a buzz and we can book you in for a values elicitation. That's another way. I do my values elicitation every 6 months. I book in with a coach. I pay for my values elicitation. Why? Because I want to make sure that I'm aligned with the values that are going to get me to the outcome and the life by design that I require, that I want, that I desire. And sometimes I want to stay stuck a little bit. So I don't want to upgrade them. I just want to stay in the same ones. So if I want to create change and I want to build my confidence and I want to show up, then I have to make sure that I'm aligned with my values. And what would you like to add to that?
I think it's so important.
Why do some people get angry?
It's really important, because sometimes you notice with yourself, or you notice that others in certain situations you feel really angry, or you get really frustrated, or you're really demotivated, or you feel deflated.
Well, procrastination,
it doesn't fit right. Like, you just feel out of sorts, or you just feel frustrated, or it just doesn't sit right. All of those kind of feelings. And the reason that you get those feelings is because you are not one of your values, or maybe a lot of your values are actually being either like denied or suppressed or depressed, or are getting poked at. Think of it that way.
It's like a trigger.
It's a major trigger, because one of your values is not being respected, or is being challenged.
Well, you're not living your value. Like, if you've got a value of health and you end up with a partner that doesn't value health, and you end up eating rubbish
Netflix and eats junk food and won't go exercise or anything,
what happens?
Oh, you will feel so angry, frustrated. There'll be inner rage, outer rage.
You'll be reactive. You'll start pushing your partner away. And it's not that you're judging their behavior. It's that you're not living up to your standards and your values and your beliefs. And lots of women and men, and men and men and women and women, they get together. They have a mismatch in values that creates inner conflict. Confidence goes down. You become more reactive and start moving and grooving in a way that is not aligned with your core.
And I think a really good example that is often seen, not always, but it's often seen in relationships that come to an end, is you could start in a relationship and it's amazing. You have the same values. You love to travel. You love adventure. You love to go out with friends and socialize. You're all about your career and driving your career forward, and your values are really well matched. And then potentially you have children, and there can be suddenly a switch in values for, let's just say, for the mother. Her values are her child. Her focus is on making sure that her child is well looked after. And the travel, the experiences, the adventures takes a back step. But potentially for the other partner, they are still wanting their values of adventure and everything met, because they haven't had a sudden change in values, because of a sudden change in your environment or sudden change in your life. And having a child can be that sudden change. So quite often a woman is like completely maternal, and everything is about the children, and the husband can feel like, what about our life?
And then wants safety and security, right? Because they're valuing safety and security, because now they're creating the nest for the baby, and they want the baby to have all the, they no longer look after themselves. They invest all the time and energy and finances into baby.
And the partner, not all, this is not saying that all husbands are like this, but this can happen in relationships that suddenly break down when children are suddenly brought into the equation. Not saying that husbands don't love their children or fathers don't love their kids, but it's the connection between the husband and wife that now gets affected, because there's been a shift in values. and potentially not as big a shift for the man who's potentially less paternal, maternal as a woman. And this isn't, I'm not saying this happens to everybody, but I'm sure everybody,
see a lot.
Everybody will know somebody potentially that they used to be so amazing and now suddenly they're completely opposite. And that's because there's been a shift in one person's values and they're not lining up.
It's a common thing. And the values are just changed. So it's really important to understand that your values are yours, right? No matter what happens, no one can take them away from you. Like Sam can't just take my values. She can't just say, Ursh, I'm taking yours. She can borrow them and she can add them to her values, but she can't just take them away from me. You can have absolute confidence in them because they are there just for you. They're just yours. Like no one else has a right to tell you what you can value, and only you know if you are out of alignment with your values. So when you get to know your values and you start making choices that align with your values, your life starts changing. You start to build confidence because you're showing up authentically you. Oh, that's a biggie, isn't it?
Yes.
It's and we've noticed, like, we did values for our business, we do values for our personal self, and we do values for our relationship. So where in your life right now are you having a conflict with values? So maybe you're like, what is this value stuff that you talk about? And what is this value stuff that you speak about? And potentially, let's write that down. We'll do a podcast on it, because this is really, really important. So we'll come back to values. However, at the moment, you will have a very quick, easy way on what you're valuing. What car do you drive? So we have a dog car, which is our work car, which is, how old is our car? 12 years old, probably even longer. Oh, Sam's just shaking her head. We don't value cars. Like, we are not the type of people that are going to go out there and buy a nice V8 and spend $200 a week on petrol.
No.
Like, no.
Why?
We did that. We did that.
We downsized our V8. It was a V6 that guzzled a lot of petrol like 15 years ago, because we wanted to save that $5,000 that was costing us in extra fuel to travel, because that's one of our values. We love to travel.
We love to travel. We like adventure. So spending money in a car that we don't get any enjoyment out of, we don't care if the car sounds right. It's not important to us.
It would irritate me, actually.
Yeah. However,
it would irritate me.
And it used to irritate me that, you know, you're spending 150, now you're probably spending over 200 on the car. It's not important for me. And it may be something you value. So what type of car do you drive? Do you rent your house or do you own your house? Because that's something that you value. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. It's just what you value. Do you have pets? Do you value pets? Do you have children? Do you value children? Do you value family? Like, this is really unique. And when you know what you value and you align with it, your confidence starts to build. When you don't know what you're valuing and you're stealing someone else's values, or you're not aligning with your values, your confidence goes down because you are not showing up authentic. Whew, that was a biggie.
It was a biggie.
Okay, yeah. Number two.
So remember, we said there are two keys to boosting your inner confidence. So one is your values.
Yes.
Number two is exercising that confidence muscle.
Yes. Like today, I was going to wear just a red top, and I was like, no, we're talking about confidence today, so I'm going to wear lime green. I'm loving lime green. So I'm like, I think I just need to do my podcast every week in lime green now. Why? Because it's vibrant. I love green. Sam's like, I would never walk around in a green top.
But she looks so good in green tops. I couldn't do it.
But you now have red and you have blue.
I have red and blue.
You
and
have
orange.
been exercising your muscle.
I have. I've got red, blue, and orange. Just like, you know, they're all pretty much the same type of shirt.
Doesn't matter, but they look awesome.
And I'm not multicoloring yet. We're doing solid color.
Solid color.
So yeah.
Confidence is a muscle.
Confidence
is a muscle. And like any muscle, you need to exercise it, right? Why? So that it doesn't shrink. Like, it's a muscle. And if you don't exercise it, it wastes away. It's like, you know, when you go to the gym and you're not doing weight training and you're not toning your butt and you're not doing your abs, what happens, right? It goes away. It's exactly the same with building your confidence muscle. If you're not constantly practicing it, then it disappears, right? And one of the ways you can do that, and we spoke about this earlier this year, is
by eating the frog
and slaying the dragon.
Slaying the dragon.
Yeah, every single day.
And not sitting in your little fishbowl looking out at the world doing all the cool stuff, actually participating. Because it's like doing, I mean, if you were to go to the gym and you wanted to make your bicep bigger, you need to do the bicep curling exercise. So you need to add some weights and you would do bicep curl exercises. If you want to make your biceps bigger, you're not going to sit on a leg exercise and do a leg press, which is going to make your legs tighter. That's not going to help your bicep. So it's the same with your confidence. You need to focus on building your confidence muscle.
I'm thinking I need to go build my biceps. Okay, I need to begin me a trainer. But it is the same with confidence, right? Yeah. So it's exactly the same. Like people think that you are born with confidence. No. And I know that some people like this, my son's like this and my daughter's like this, and great. But it's still a muscle that you have to constantly train. There's some people that will take risks and some people that won't take risks. The people that are taking risks are stretching their confidence muscle. The people that are not taking risks are the people that are staying in their comfort zone, like Sam just said to you. I have a message for you. It's called, oh, hold on, let me get this right. Whoa, can you see that? Oh, yeah, it's called that. Stop hiding, right? Why, Sam? Why do they have to stop hiding?
Because if you stay in your comfort zone, in your little fishbowl, looking at everybody else doing stuff, you are not going to grow. You're not going to build your confidence. Your life is not going to change. It's going to stay exactly the same as it is right now. Or potentially it could get worse because other people around you might be jumping outside of their fishbowl. And they might be changing and enjoying life and building their confidence. And you feel like you're being left behind, which can decrease your confidence even more.
Because you end up blaming and shaming and complaining about those people that are living the life that you want to live, but you're too busy sitting on your ass, not doing anything about it. So the people that take fewer risks have less confidence, right? But it's simple. You just need to practice, use the muscle, build the muscle. So what are some of the things that you can do every day that are going to build that muscle?
Do one thing every day that you're a little bit scared to do, that you've been a little bit resistant to trying, just stepping slightly out of your comfort zone. Like instead of wearing a white t-shirt, wear a pink one or a blue one, or I could wear a multicolored one, like
I could have got her to wear one multicolored today. Yeah, and then another way is like people say I'm an introvert. Like I find it really hard to have a conversation with people. Too bad, sister. Go up there and have a conversation with them. Like Sam is an introvert and I'm an introvert too. Sometimes, not really.
She is not an introvert. Really. No.
Right.
No, you're an extrovert, but you like to recharge on your own.
Yes.
Whereas I'm just an introvert that likes just to recharge and be on my own 24/7.
And Sam teaches classes at the club, right? And has done for the past 20 years. And people are shocked when they learn that she's an introvert. So she's had to practice using the confidence muscle. So she's had to step into a persona that is not her natural energy. So she has to do that every time she gets on the stage. And then she starts building conscious confidence. God, did I get that right?
Competence.
Competence. I didn't get it right. There you go.
Right. Confidence, conscious confidence is good.
Yeah. And there's a system. You can't just go and do it. So if you're prepared to take little steps, like just do little risks, little ones for you, like my risks may be different to you, right? So for me to build my confidence last year, I wrote a book. Like I designed my own forgiveness journal. And then I did all the videos to design the course for it. That was right outside of my comfort zone. Like, I don't even think I passed English. It's bad that I don't even know that. I think that I don't even know that. Did I? Or
did you even go to English?
I'm just trying to think, did I even sit English? Like, that's even bad that I don't even know that. But anyway, let's not go on to that. Did I? Irrelevant, right? Building my confidence in that arena took a lot of courage and bravery. So you're going to have to put on your bravery undies. Your bravery undies are going to be really crucial when you're taking big or small risks. Sam's like, I ain't never going to write a book. And I was like, well, you're going to help me design it. You're going to edit it. You're going to publish it. You're going to get all of the stuff together. So that's out of my comfort zone. And I'm like, I could never do what you do, like formatting and doing all, no. It's just, no. So if someone put me in a job where I had to do all of that sort of stuff, I will have to go practice that confidence muscle because I don't have the confidence when it comes to that type of thing. I also don't have the mindset for it because I find it boring as batshit. And probably Sam finds my stuff boring as batshit too. So do the risky things in the area that you know you want to grow. Remember we spoke about your desires last week, and what you desire, was it last week?
Yeah, last week, yeah.
Is whatever you desire is meant for you. So maybe you're not meant to write a book. Maybe you're not meant to be a coach. Maybe you're not meant to design an online weight loss program and transform thousands of women's lives. Like maybe you're not meant to own an 85 kilo, beautiful, adorable doggy. Like maybe you are not meant to wear lime green or white. It doesn't matter. Whatever you desire is going to require you to take risks, big or small.
And the thing is, you need to open yourself up to the possibilities around you.
Yes.
And push yourself to increase what you know, what you do, and who you are. All right?
Yes.
That was good, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
And you need to be willing to stretch yourself in an unfamiliar direction, or to try something new, or try something in a slightly different way, because we all love our comfort zone. Like we just want to park up there, put on our clothes, get out the bench chair, grab your drink and just chillax. That's all we want to do in life.
Yeah.
Right. And we have to just try something a little bit new, try something slightly different. Like we want to stay safe. That's our brain's way of operating. It just says, stay safe. Do not deviate. Do not deviate. Do not deviate.
But the more you open up, the more open you are to taking risks, to opportunities, to possibilities, the more confident you need to be. And so the more confidence you need to develop.
The more confidence you will develop.
Well, you will, but
you will develop.
You have to actually start, like opportunities are around you all the time. The universe is listening to you all the time. Whoever your higher power is listening to you all the time. And opportunities are everywhere. Everywhere.
We love that. So this is a quote, right? This is your mantra. Opportunities are everywhere. Every day I say this. Opportunities are everywhere. And I just think about all the people, the places, the experiences are everywhere. Opportunities are everywhere.
You just need to open your eyes and look and see them
and step into the opportunities. Like, we know that you can build your confidence. And the question that we have today, it's a journaling question today. So maybe you would like to take between 2 to 5 minutes. What can I do today that's a little bit risque? That is your journaling question, because I told you, when we were in Australia, I tried on this lime green. I was like, I'm not really sure about the lime green. I love the lime green. I was like, Sam's like, no, you're rocking it. So I was like, okay. And then today I just had on a different color. So I was like, you know what? We're doing confidence. I'm going to be a little bit risque and I'm going to go with the lime green. Now I'm like, I'm going to do all my podcasts in the lime green. Why? One, it's simple, right? But number two, it's going to stretch me because it's like lime green. Like, could anything be better than lime green? I don't know. Lime green.
I like to say that I think it looks better in real life. It's limer in real life than it is even on the camera.
I think so too.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It is so amazing.
However, we're recording this in the middle of the day
with all the blinds down.
Blinds down today because we're going out tomorrow to do a triathlon.
Yeah. Confidence. We're building our confidence muscle.
I tell you what. I think I'm going to end. We've already ended this because it's a little bit risque. This is a fine example of me demonstrating. Right, a fine example of me demonstrating building the confidence muscle. The last time I did a triathlon was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And we do triathlons every single year, and we have done since we've been in business. And we love them. So we just take groups of women and we train them up. They do triathlons. We go and do it with them. It's something that we love. It's something that we're passionate about. It builds our confidence. It helps build women's confidence, and it lights us up. So 3 years ago was the last time I did a triathlon, and I did a 5-day fast because my body was really, really sore. I was struggling with fatigue at the time, and I didn't realize it was chronic fatigue. So anytime I needed to show up and do an event or do a class or do a triathlon or speak somewhere, I would fast. And we were away, and I just thought I need to fast for 5 days because this is going to be a big event. Not a big event physically, but it is, I mean, it's a triathlon. So I fasted for 5 days so that I would have enough energy to be able to complete the event. So we had about 20 ladies that were going down with us. I didn't want to let them down. I didn't want to let them know that I was struggling with chronic fatigue because I was embarrassed. My confidence was really shot. So my confidence was at an all-time low. Why? Because I wasn't aligned to my values of health. I was hiding my shame instead of being authentically me and just sharing my truth. I had shame around, I'm a business owner and I own a club, a women's only club, and I can't even manage my own health. So in secret, I'm fasting so that I can have the energy to do the event. Did the event. Did it. Smashed the event, went home, stoked, yep, solution fixed. 6 months later, 8 months later, get diagnosed with my liver condition. Have not returned to the triathlon arena. Haven't done it. Why? Because my story, right, and my confidence has been shot. But every time I go to do something that's longer than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, insert whatever story I'm telling myself, is fatigue. And it means I'm going to come home and I'm going to crash out for a couple of days. It means my body's going to be really sore. My body's going to be really tired. Blah, 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 blah. So at the beginning of the year, I was like, fuck this. Time to change the story, change your life. Change your story, change it. That's it. So I just said, Sam, we're going to do some crazy ass shit this year. She's like, great. So 3 weeks ago, my crazy ass, I was like, that's it. We're going to do a triathlon. She's like, babe, do you think that we need to do some training? I was like, no, we're just doing it. Like, we've fucking done 20 of these things, right? We've done at least 20, probably 30 triathlons we've done in the past 20 years. And little ones, big ones, doesn't matter. Do you think I've ever been worried about it before? Yes, when I first started, the confidence was really low, and then I had to go and do it, and then I practiced it, and then I got confident at it. Then 3 years ago, my confidence took a massive hit, and it just kept going down, 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 down. So tomorrow, I'm going to practice building my confidence muscle because I'm going to pull my bike out, which I've only ridden once in the last year. Right, I'm going to pull that out, and I just rode it. Oh no, I've ridden it twice.
We did
twice.
one. Yeah.
Because I cycle with one of my clients. He's also going to come down. I'm going to pull my bike out. I couldn't even tell you where my tri outfit is. I don't even know if it's even anywhere to be seen, but it doesn't matter because I'll just go and wear some leggings and a t-shirt. Doesn't matter, right? I'll find my helmet. I'll find my bike shoes. I don't even know where my gloves are, so I'm not even going to stress about that. Sam will stress about that. I'm not even going to get and allow myself to get focused on the fear and anxiety that's going to come with that. What I'm focused on and what I'm drawing my attention to is how am I going to feel at the finish line? What is it going to give me? And I've been visualizing this for the past week, or actually the last 2 weeks when I was on holiday. What is it going to give me? It's going to fucking boost my confidence. That's what it's going to do. I don't care if I'm last. I don't care if I freak out in the water. I don't care if I'm tired and fall on my ass and go to sleep. In fact, I'm staying another day down there just so I can just chillax and go boogie boarding in the afternoon and the next morning, right? It's going to boost my confidence because I'm building my confidence muscle by doing the thing that scares me the most right now, because I've aligned a story to it to say that I'm going to end up tired and fatigued and I can't do it anymore. Says who, princess? So if I can do it, I know that you can do it. I know that you can do it. Remember, your journaling question is, what are you going to do that's a little bit risque? Because we're going to do a triathlon tomorrow. Not risque for Sam, a little bit risque for me. I'm just going to go do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? I get tired. So what? Move on. All right. Until next week, everybody, we hope that you have loved today's episode.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking that we're just going to wrap it up in 15 minutes. It never happens, does it? What do you want to say?
It wouldn't be the same without the full, you know, like we could just read what the notes and stuff that we've taken and just finish it in 15.
Do we ever do that?
That would be boring.
We have like a template, but
yeah, we have a breakdown, and we could just read our bullet points. But honestly, would that be exciting, and would that be fulfilling, and would you really get the full story? Would it be entertaining, and would you come back next week? Probably not. So I'm sure that you guys, if you're listening to us, you obviously enjoy what we have to offer. And let's be clear, it's never going to be less than 30 minutes.
Because we value what we have to say, and we value that this is going to serve everybody in some way, shape, or form. So whatever you've loved about today's episode, please do us a huge favor. Send it to us, because I'm being a little bit risque tomorrow. And anything beautiful that you have to say throughout the week would be awesome for me. Boost me up, baby. Boost yourself up. Go out there, sprinkle some magic on someone. You don't know who needs a little bit of self-love and self-acknowledgement. Acknowledge yourself for being awesome. See you, everyone.
Bye.
Did you stop us already?
Yep.
If you loved this episode today, like if you loved it, even if you just liked it a little bit, that would help. We would love to ask you a huge favor. Can you please, a million times, please, subscribe to our channel.
Push the button below. Just push it now before you forget. Just push it.
You can do it.
Because not only will you never miss an episode ever again.
Never.
You'll always be there. But then you'll also help other people find us, because the more people that watch us, the more people that will get our message, and then more people will be part of our podcast. Wouldn't that be awesome?
And we can't not see you and hear you every week, can we? We just can't. So just do it. Just do it.
Just push the button.
Eat the frog. Do it now.
It's right down there.
Go do it for us. That'll be like the best present you could ever give us. Thank you.
Bye.